Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be doing the coolest comparison of the year, Raptor R versus Ram TRX. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Raptors of Insta for giving me some time with his new Raptor R. Link to his Instagram in the description down below. And then a huge shout out and thank you to the Doug Smith Dodge Ram here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with their TRX. Link to their inventory in the description down below as well. And by the way, if you're looking for a final edition TRX and you want to get one at MSRP, they have a few options and, well, they're at MSRP. So like I said, link to their inventory in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering the Ram TRX is a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. It puts out 702 horsepower and then 650 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is 10 around town and then 14 on the highway. And I like how it's just shoved back there super far. Now, powering the Raptor R is a supercharged 5.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 720 horsepower and then 640 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 10 around town and then 15 on the highway. So a little bit more economical, right? Now, before we move forward with this comparison, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the Ram TRX, we have an insanely aggressive front end on this truck. You can see all the venting here on the hood. This one's actually functional in the center. You got the marker lights there. You actually have more marker lights down below. Notice how it's very open here on the front end, including the Ram logo. Gotta have a lot of airflow for that 6.2 liter V8. And yeah, just such an aggressive appearance. We do have skid plate protection as well, tow hooks. Now it does have 11.8 inches of ground clearance. Popping over to the Raptor R, you can see really aggressive, just like the TRX. Don't have the same amount of hood venting, but you do have what Ford calls, I think, like the power bulge or power dome or whatever. And then we've got the cool Raptor marker lights. You can see the traditional markers there. When I say traditional to Raptor. Got the subtle R logo. And then you got this new modular bumper down below with the recovery points. And then 13.1 inches of ground clearance with the Raptor. The TRX has 35s wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheels, beadlock capable, really cool design here on this final edition. And then we have these huge fenders and fender flares. See the venting there on the side and then the fixed side step. Now something that's important for the TRX is going to be these shocks. So we've got the Blackhawk shocks from Bilstein. It's an active system. And then we do have a multi-link setup in the back. And look at the TRX logo there. I think that's pretty cool. But taking a few steps back, here is your full side profile. Now with the Raptor, we've got 37s wrapped around 17-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels, crazy design on the Raptor R, if you ask me. Just like the TRX, got huge fenders and fender flares, got the fixed off-road side steps. And then with the Raptor, we use Fox shocks instead. This has the new dual valve live valve system from Fox. And then taking a few steps back to the full side profile with this truck. Now key fob functionality is pretty much the same, but the TRX does have a TRX logo, whereas the Raptor just has a regular Raptor logo, no red R at the end, so I guess the TRX kind of wins the key game. Now these are pickup trucks, so we do have to look at the beds, and you'll notice that the Raptor has an outlet here. We've got LED lights, but no bed liner for over $100,000. They couldn't throw it in for free. Anyways, you've got the auto raised tailgate, which is pretty cool. The TRX, on the other hand, does happen to have bed liner from the factory, as you can see. Got LED bed lights in here, no outlet or anything like that. And then you have to lift up the tailgate yourself. And then taking a look at the rear of the Raptor, really cool design. You've got the new taillights for 24, and then you got these crazy exhaust tips here with the R. You got big recovery points as well, and then you can see the bumper, just how that is sculpted for off-roading. And the TRX has kind of more of like a rounded design, you can see, especially with the back end with the fender flares and the fenders and everything. But yeah, crazy big exhaust tips. You guys will enjoy the exhaust clip a little bit later in the video. But you have recovery points, all of that. They both have full-size spares, both underneath the trucks. Inside of the Raptor R, tons of legroom. Got a little storage pocket here, and then look at the trim. That's really nice. You got the carbon fiber here as well. Speaker for the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Heated seats, and then you got these cool kind of like racing inspired seats in the R. And then of course headroom back here. It's good. Now the TRX is just as spacious. Notice a little bit more practicality here with the holders and everything. Ooh, we got kind of cool carbon fiber trim. The TRX has heated and ventilated seats in the back, USB ports. Also has little ice buckets, and these seats recline. And they are full leather. It's got that luxury truck experience. And then look at the door panel with the stitching. Got like a patina finish on the stitching that's part of the final edition. And again with the carbon fiber, it's pretty cool looking. But yeah, definitely more luxury rather than sport in terms of the design. But anyways, headroom, it's good. Let's hear the Raptor R. Ooh, pretty cool startup. Payload capacity is 1,326 pounds. Super solid with the door. And look at the trim. I think that's a nice finish. And then of course we have the Raptor style steering wheel. No longer does it have a colored marker, it's just black there at the top now. Paddle shifters there in the back. And then look at this with the little R logo. But yeah, full digital gauge cluster here where you can see the drive mode changes. Most modern vehicles have something, you know, similar to this. And then we've got a 360 camera system for both on-road and off-road use. And then big infotainment system with the R, quick response time with the screen. So again, easy system to use. And then it does have cool stuff like off-road cruise control. And then look at this in the dash, the trim that goes across. It's actually really nice. And then we do have a heads-up display with the new R. Got stuff like trailer brake controls. We have a advanced four-wheel drive system, and we have two-wheel high as well. 2-speed transfer case, it has everything. Rear locking differential. You got heated, cooled seats, dual zone climate, and more carbon fiber trim here. And you got this whole storage area. This actually has the workbench center console, funny enough. I like this on the side. It's really cool. Look at that. V8. That's fun. But then, yeah, glove boxes, you got carbon fiber there on the outside as well. 6 auxiliary switches. We got a power sliding rear window. See, that's pretty simple. And then full panoramic sunroof. And got the window sticker here for the R. So if you're wondering, Nate with Raptors Vinsta did not pay any over, so here's our window sticker, 2024. And that's the MSRP he paid, $113,045. Let's listen to this kitty purr. Ooh, TRX. That was cool. So payload capacity on the TRX is 1,064 pounds. Definitely a louder exhaust, I will say that. And you can see the trim here in the TRX again with that patina finish, and then kind of like the carbon fiber and everything down below. So just like the Raptor, we got a very sporty steering wheel with paddle shifters down the back, but we actually have some Alcantara here on the steering wheel, also on the bottom. Man, the sun is really killing this shot. Got some carbon fiber trim there as well. Full digital gauge cluster here with the TRX, and just like the Raptor, when you change the drive modes, it kind of shows you what's happening in the gauge cluster. Now the TRX actually has this cool kind of custom gauge setup now with the digital, so you can change what the gauge cluster looks like. I think my favorite's the Baja view or the Sport view. I think those are pretty cool looking. And then the TRX has a 360 camera system, just like the Raptor R. Big infotainment system. Response time is not quite as quick as the Raptors. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but overall it's really easy to use. And then we've got an advanced four-wheel drive system, so no two-wheel drive in this, only four-wheel auto, but 2-speed transfer case, axle lock. This has launch control. The Raptor R does not, sadly. And then you got off-road cruise control as well. And you can see the whole center console out here. I do prefer this, by the way, compared to the Raptors. Like, just more usable overall with the storage and just more storage space. Got this cool plaque here. So this is build number 1733 with these final edition V8s. And then really nice trim on the dash. You've got the heads-up display. You can see that continues all across. Just like the Raptor, you got carbon fiber on the glove box, all of that. This actually has a camera rear view mirror, which is a nice feature. Power sliding rear window. You can see the panoramic sunroof. And then with the window sticker, here you go. Final edition TRX. You can see all that. So $124,970. Like I said, these are going for MSRP, no markup on this. Whereas, again, Nate got that for MSRP, but good luck finding a Raptor R for MSRP. Most of them are going for 20, 30, 40, 50 over stickers, what the dealers are asking for those. setting off in the Ram TRX first, and then we'll do the Raptor R second. Even though Ford made the first, you know, Baja truck, right, with the original Raptor, this is the first to market, and I'm in the wrong lane, so we got to slow down. This is the first to market. Oh, it's funny, we were both trying to change lanes. We're both slowing down. That's so funny. We were both trying to be courteous. Anyways, first to market supercharged V8. I'm just trying to get a little bit of airflow into here because it's kind of hot today. 70 degrees. Not used to that. I'm used to like 20 degrees, so my body's still acclimating to the warmth. But yeah, seat comfort's really good in the TRX. I kind of miss these seats sometimes because they're just these nice big cushy leather seats. Gotta love that. Now with drive modes, I want this to be equal, so we're gonna pop them both into sport mode. Or sorry, ooh, instantly picks up. I will say the TRX sounds really good. I think it sounds better than the Raptor R. We're gonna kind of slow down just a little bit here. Let this truck kind of get up. Supercharged V8 power. And the TRX is just smooth. And the Hellcat whine is just, it's perfection. Absolute perfection. Yeah, it drives exceptionally well. And it just doesn't struggle at all. I mean, you wouldn't expect it, but like to struggle at all with how much power it has and everything, but still, it's just such a crazy truck. Such a crazy truck. So yeah, to sum things up with our drive in the TRX before we pop into the Raptor R, I owned one of these for 2 years. It's a big beast. It feels like you're driving a tank. So with the TRX being, you know, the heavier truck, a lot of people say it as a downside because they're like, oh, it's heavier, so it's not going to handle as well, yada, yada, yada. I get all that. These shocks can more than handle the weight of the TRX, so you don't have to worry about that. And it has a tank feel. It feels so substantial, like you feel like you're driving a real vehicle, as I say. It's really cool. And yeah, you also got a really comfortable interior, you know, with that slight extra weight. I'm gonna let both these people go in front because tow truck drivers sometimes can be crazy. So we'll just take it slow here, and then I'll get one last acceleration, and then we'll pop into the Raptor. Hellcat, gonna miss it. So setting off in the R, and yeah, let's make our comparisons to the TRX. So the TRX had that like planted, heavy, you know, kind of tank-like feel. This, on the other hand, has like a more light, kind of like more of a true Baja type feel is what I would say. You can tell the suspension's a little bit floatier, which is a good thing for off-roading. But yeah, it doesn't have that same planted feel. Now when it comes to engine response, I mean, we'll see with the acceleration, but this 5.2 is a pretty special engine. I mean, it's hard to tell if it's actually any faster because they're both pretty crazy. And that's in 4-wheel auto, by the way. The sport mode puts it in 4-wheel auto so you can actually get some grip. But yeah, it's really hard to tell the difference with the acceleration. Like, they both feel very quick. And you know, I've seen the races with TRX versus Raptor R, and it's like TRX wins this one, Raptor R wins this one. You know, it's always back and forth. And so again, from what you can feel as a driver, they feel pretty similar with the acceleration. Like in the real world, when you're driving them around, they're both super fast V8 powered trucks. Too fast for some things. Seat comfort in both of them is good. I wouldn't say one wins over the other. These seats are, but I will say the seats in the R are a little bit firmer. So some of you might like that. Like myself, I prefer firm seats, but some of you might not like that. And aside from that, gosh, they are very, again, there's some differences, but they are very similar ultimately in terms of the daily drivability. I'd say they're both just as daily drivable. But the Raptor does, again, like the damping, it seems like it's just a little bit more dialed in compared to the Ram TRX. So it's almost one of those situations where you can't go wrong when you're looking at two supercharged V8 trucks. But since we're in the slow lane here, gonna kind of slow it down a little bit. Got no one behind us anyways. Look at that! Such a crazy acceleration. Pop it back into normal mode. And it sounds great too. I do think the TRX sounds better. So yeah, RIP TRX, because 24 is the last year. The next comparison I have is going to be the Ram high output, whatever that's supposed to mean, versus, you know, an EcoBoost Raptor, because they're doing inline 6. So Ram's not going to have anything to compete against the Raptor R. This is going to be, you know, once those final edition TRXs sell out, this will be it. So let me, if you go TRX versus Raptor, my personal take, if you're looking at market prices of the Raptor Rs, I think the TRX wins, because $125,000 for a end of the run V8 powered Baja truck, and the TRX still drives amazing, makes more sense. But if you could actually get one of these Rs for MSRP like what Nate got, then yeah, I think the R makes more sense, because this is, the MSRP of this is $12,000 less than that TRX, and it drives just as good as the TRX, if not better in certain circumstances. So that's my take. MSRP, Raptor R, actual market transactions, you know, where you can get those TRXs at MSRP, whereas the Rs are going for way over, the TRX is the winner in that case. Let me know your thoughts.